Welcome, you're watching News 9 and we are consistently bringing you all the updates with regards to Budget 2025, and right now with me is Mr. Shardul Shroff. Mr. Shroff, you know, it indeed has been a budget for the middle class like we were expecting. Your first takeaways from it?
I think the raising of the tax exempt limit from 7 lakhs to 12 lakhs is perhaps the most significant change that the government has made. It's almost 80% of the money which was exempt. And that change which has happened by virtue of the fact that it gets money in hand, that's going to kick off the consumption industry as also the capital goods industry. That process is going to create its own cycle, and which is a virtuous cycle. So I see this as the biggest change in the budget. The second change which I feel is a process which has happened below the carpet is the increase in the insurance from 74 to 100. Insurance is a long gestation item, and what you will therefore see is the joint ventures will tend to break up. The Indian industry will retain the past. They will pay for the 25% or 50%, 49%, which is retained by the foreign group. And having paid it, they will set up new ventures. So it will become 100% in the domestic sector, and the foreign sector will come in. This will also create new pension products, because that has been categorically stated that this will be a fillip to pensions. So that will also create its own cycle. Then in shipping, you have made certain exemptions both for ship manufacturing and shipbreaking. That will also create its own income. It's supposed to be the new sector where they are seeing growth and they are looking at India being a hub of shipping. If you look at the manufacturing of cell phones, the increase in the basic custom duty and the fact that 12 more minor minerals have been added, lithium and cobalt and whatever else, that also is going to give a boost to making more phones in India. You will recover those metals and apply them as a reuse. So all around, I think it's a good budget.
Right. You know, when we were in the time when we were discussing about the budget 2025, one major aspect that we were looking at is how this government is going to balance out fiscal consolidation with the economic growth. How happy are you with the announcement of the revised target of 4.4%?
See, I am quite happy, because what has not been perceived is that when you change the slabs and your upper end slab is 24 lakhs, you are actually charging much more to the rich. So the deficit of the poor is going to get added by extra tax earned from the rich people. And that's a balancing which is taking place in the economy. And I feel that the collections from the corporates or collections from the high net worth individuals will more than balance out the kind of drop down in the rates below.
You know, the big, Miss Nirmala Sitharaman really saved the best for the last today in the budget. The big announcement with regards to the income tax slab. Your comments on that?
I think the fact that she kept it up her sleeve and mentioned it upfront that she's going to deal with personal income tax issues last, she threw a curveball. People were not expecting it, and the fact that it happened when she mentioned that the slabs are effectively getting taxable after 12 just took everybody's breath away.
We could all hear the cheers inside the hall as well. My last question to you would be the sector, your specific sector. How does this budget, bring in growth to that very sector, and also a miss from the budget, like an expectation you had but that was not fulfilled?
See, one of the things which is also simultaneously happening is what is being done by the Chief Justice of India. Over the last 3 days, he has shown that his collegium has passed two major changes. He has the judiciary has recognized that 2 judges who are retired judges are now going to sit on old criminal matters in the high courts and in the Supreme Court. So you're going to have suddenly an influx of judges beyond the sanctioned number to deal with the arrears in criminal law. So that's a positive movement, because the kind of pressures that we are seeing is that the growth in people is more than the growth of judges. So you're going to have a constant backlog as far as case law is concerned. And this is one such solution which they have found, and which is a welcome solution.
In terms of an expectation not fulfilled, would you say there are any?
No, I think they have handled the agricultural sector, they have handled the youth sector, they have handled the middle class, and this is the constituency that they need to keep, because the top-end constituency is really mobile. It moves anywhere that it feels like.
Successful budget, the budget 2025. Thank you so much, Mr. Shroff, for speaking to us here at News 9. Well, that was Shardul Shroff speaking to us right here at News 9. This is Shriya Kundu with camera person Ramanjeet.